And I know a lot of people have been panicked and freaked out because these are the facts, these are the numbers. But however, though, I want to encourage you today that it's not necessarily where the NCLEX is getting harder, but there's still a way you can still pass it. So stay tuned, and we're going to get into it right now. Hi, my name is Nurse Chioma, and in this channel I share with you tips, strategies to help you to pass your nursing boards, your exams, and I'm excited to help you today. If you want to learn more, make sure to check the link in the bio or description right now. I do have a free guide that you can download to help you to pass your NCLEX exam. All right. So now, is the NCLEX getting harder? Right? Is it getting harder? This is something that a lot of people may worry, wonder, or think. And it's not necessarily where the test is just getting harder, so to speak. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. But the reality is that it's just changing, right? And it has already changed. And if you don't understand, then you will struggle with the test, you know? So in the past, you could probably pass the exam with just memorization, you know, memorizing as much material as possible, learning as much as possible, and then just jumping and just taking the test. But now you can't, that's not really going to be sufficient because the test relies more on clinical judgment, right? Clinical judgment is really what the key is, especially the RN exam, right? And so what this looks like is that you have to become more comfortable with scenarios, right? Because the NCSBN, the way that they are and have created the tests, they want to create the exams to match the current conditions of healthcare, to match how things are. And so since 2023, they introduced this clinical judgment model, which is pretty much a systematic way we can all utilize in order to determine the best course of action based on the presenting signs, symptoms, the patient's medical history, and any other relevant data to sort what is the best intervention in order to yield the best outcome for that patient. Okay, so this is what it is. So if you have a severe problem with anxiety, you know, if you just relied in the past of just memorizing, you're going to find the test more difficult. But if you're one of those people that likes concepts, right? You like concept, you want to see how it all connects, and you want to make sure you really understand what is important, what is not important, why it's important, then you're going to find the test to be something that you can overcome. So for many people, this is what's happening, unfortunately, is that the preparation for the NCLEX is not sufficient, meaning that whether they're not being prepared adequately in nursing school or they're not being prepared adequately as they're preparing for the NCLEX after nursing school, right? And so the problem for some people is that some people think that, oh, let me just do a bunch of questions all day, and the questions that they're doing all day are like multiple choice, SATA, you know, but their scores aren't really improving, changing, getting better, but they're still gonna take the NCLEX anyways. Or, oh, I have my 45 days, I'm gonna automatically take it in the next 45 days, even if I'm not ready yet or if I'm not sure yet. And these are all bad decisions, and it's all contributing to the passing rate dropping, because people are just taking the test just to take it, and more people are failing more frequently, and so that's causing the pass rate to continue to drop. So what do you need to do differently? Now, I will say this though, it really is going to come down to extreme focus, and where you're at right now will play a role. So like, for example, because I get this often, if you've been out of nursing school for at least a year, and a lot of people that come to me have been out of nursing school 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, even 15 years, and are trying to pass the NCLEX exam this year, you know, because a lot of times it's for economic reasons, or they want to fulfill a dream that they always desired, you know, whatever it may be. But if that's you, or if you're a first-time graduate, Hear what I'm saying, right? Because it's going to be different for the type of person. The first thing, number one, is that you got to figure out where you're at right now. Like, you really do. And you can't assume that how you did perform on the test 2 or 3 months ago based on your CPR report is exactly where you're at today. You need to know exactly what areas are you weak in, right? So what are the areas that you struggle with the most? Is it pharmacology? Is it stage infection control? Is it physiological adaptation, right? So figure out what are those areas that you struggle with the most and identify why you struggle with it, right? So it's not just knowing the what, but you gotta know the why. So why is it that you struggle with pharmacology? Is it because you just have problems remembering the drugs because there's so many drugs? Because then if that's the case, then you have to change the way you study the drugs. Is it you have problems remembering the diseases because you confuse it with other diseases? Well, then in that case, you need to focus more on pathophysiology, right? So by identifying the why, then you can focus in on how to approach the content differently. And so this is the thing for a lot of students is that they're aware of the what because they're doing questions, but they're not aware of the why. So they're not really changing their strategy, and it's ineffective. They're not really learning anything, right? And so when they take the test, they don't pass it. And a lot of times, some people get so discouraged that they don't take it again for months, years, and then it compounds, and then now they can't pass their exam, and now they're struggling financially. So you do need to buckle down and study. You do need to focus, but you got to focus on clinical judgment. So you got to look at how everything connects, see the picture, and then apply it to the question. If it's only about like so for example, if it's like what is diabetes, that's not enough. The question is looking at more so, okay, you know what diabetes is, and you would understand what would be the appropriate intervention based on what's going on with the diabetic patient. So you have to get that bigger picture. Repetition, repetition, and more repetition. These are the things that's really going to help you to be focused. All right? So comment below. Let me know what area you feel like you're struggling with the most right now with the NCLEX. You never know. There may be somebody else that can relate to your story. And if you really are struggling and you want to be successful, below in the description, I do have some books. One of them is our 70 Diseases book. This is our bestseller book. A lot of people have found it very helpful. Or if you need like a video training, I do have our 30 days Bootcamp, which will teach you how to pass your exam by giving you these strategies that I'm talking about. All right. So I hope you found this helpful. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on my videos. And like I said, comment below. Let me know where you're tuning in from and where you start struggling right now when it comes to your NCLEX exam. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time.